Hello everybody and welcome back to BeamNG Drive campaign episode 2, I suppose. Here you can see the car, everything we got up to in the previous episode basically. In this episode there's a few things I want to do. First off, I definitely want to work on buying our first actual vehicle apart from this one the game kind of gives us. And I definitely also want to do the new liquid cargo delivery for the first time. This is something new since the 0.33 update. Look at that. In this cargo location, instead of there being, well, parcels, there is actually one. But as you can see, there's 7,146 liters of fluid available. And you can deliver that to a bunch of different locations. So materials delivery here, as you can see, there's some locations where you can deliver water to, which is sick. Anyways, you obviously need a water truck for that, and to do that you can use another new feature, which is allowing you basically to lend vehicles from this area, as you can see, and then lending these specific vehicles will allow you to deliver some water, which is really cool mechanic. And I'm definitely going to try to do some of that today. Anyways, for right now, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do any of that yet, because I haven't reached the levels yet to be able to do so. And to be able to reach those levels of reputation as well as cargo delivery, I'm going to go deliver some cargo. For the ones of you who haven't seen it yet, this is the completely new UI. It looks absolutely insane in my opinion. Anyways, I'm going to try to go to some locations we haven't gone yet since this new update. So that's definitely going to be Spearleaf Logistics at least. I really want to go there and see how that's changed. And here we enter Spearleaf Logistics. All across the route so far, I've already noticed really a bunch of just small improvements. Let me know down in the comments if you've noticed a few of those as well. Definitely just on the bridge and at the industrial warehouse in general. Really just some tiny changes, or there's some small changes that were all pretty welcome and all just increase how good this game is. Immediately I'm noticing a change here. I lost the drop-off point, which has apparently been shifted to here. And here's another new location, the toll construction site on the highway. For the rest, it seems to be about how they left it last update. Whoa, scrap that. I seem to have missed something. I just picked up a cargo box basically, and apparently I didn't pick it up, but I have to deliver something here. Okay, so that was the location to drop off things, which I had to drop off one item. And now I drive through to this location over here, and I need to not forget to shift, even though I'm recording, which is down here. All the way through here, hold on, and whoa, it's into the warehouse, a specific location, and then I pick up the parcel I just selected. That is an incredibly cool mechanic. Like some high capacity cargo pickup and delivery stuff goes on here. Okay, that is incredibly cool. And just like that, I've almost completed this session of cargo deliveries. In the meantime, I've actually progressed from level 2 all the way up to level 4, which is pretty good if you ask me. It means we can now deliver not only small trailers but also full-sized large trailers, which is pretty cool, of course. Anyways, there we go. That was the final drop off. You can see all our reputations basically right over there. Now I'm gonna see what kind of cars are available on the market, stuff like that, and see if we can deliver some liquids as well. Alright, there's not really anything interesting available for purchase. One thing I did notice though whilst delivering cargo is that there seems to have been a significant nerf to the cargo boxes with the size 128. Well, not the cargo boxes, but basically deliveries that are 128 size. If you guys played before this update, you'll remember that you could sometimes get some crazy amounts of money for those. But sadly, I believe that's no longer the case. I saw a few going for like a few $100, maximum 300, whereas before you could definitely get 700, or even really more. Sadly, looking at this though, you actually only unlock fluids at cargo delivery level 5, which is kind of irritating. Also, you may or may not have noticed the fact that I did get into, well, a small fender bender whilst delivering. Here's the aftermath. It's not great, of course, but I'm gonna let my insurance figure that one out. Also, one thing I completely missed in the last episode, on the pause menu you have this progress button. And then when you go to milestones over here, you can actually now get money for completing all these milestones. And, well, I completed quite a few of them, so I'm quite the rich boy right now. I did not at all realize this until the game gave me a notification in the beginning, and I think we've just earned like 5k from that. That definitely kind of makes up for the slightly nerfed cargo deliveries. Now, seeing as there aren't really any interesting cars for sale, I'm just going to be completing a mission or two, hopefully earning us some extra money. When I get back, the shop should be refreshed, and I can't see anything. Alright, this doesn't look too bad. I think the guardrails weren't actually there before. But oh well, here's the hopper. Let's just catch it. Was that good enough? If that was good enough, that's crazy. Come on. It's definitely not cheating. It's just being smart. I think if I hit the front end of the vehicle a little better, that we're definitely gonna make it. That was clean. Let's see if we can hit him well this time. Here we are. Gotta line it up. Bam! That has to have done it, right? Yep. There we go. I got him. Nice. Now I'm just gonna need to do this again and remain undamaged myself, because that's one of the objectives as well. There we go. A simple pit maneuver was apparently all I needed to do. And I must say, I'm really kind of enjoying these police missions. And so I have found another one over here, and let's do it. Now this one is supposed to be significantly harder. And I can already tell why. The car the game gave me is incredibly bad. And there we go. I got it this time, but not fast enough yet, sadly. So let me see if I can show you guys exactly what I mean, right? So basically, you want to do this beginning part over here so fast that you catch up to him at the next turn, which is right up here. And basically, bam. And now checking for vehicles to purchase. As you can see, we have the MD series cargo box upfit available, which is basically exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase that. Also, in the meantime, I did repaint this thing once again, and I also actually upgraded its intake. Anyways, here is the thing. As you can see, it's pretty massive, and I'm just going to go into the parts purchasing menu, and we have the option between 6x cargo box XL, and stack slots. For some reason, these are free. Whoa. Okay, so now we're getting the option for different types of boxes. So we can have just the regular cargo boxes, but we can also make them aggregate boxes. As you can see, we have the cargo boxes. We can make them fluid tanks as well if we want. And I believe aggregate boxes just allow you to transport construction materials, and fluid tanks obviously allow you to transport fluids. So here's what you can basically see. This is what the inside of this thing looks like. We have 2x6 XL cargo boxes. And for right now, I think I'm just going to go ahead and deliver in this thing. So here I'm at the city construction site, as you can see, and it doesn't have any parcels, similarly to the one near the shuffleboard logistics where you can deliver liquids. Instead, it has materials, which I think you can put in the aggregate boxes. And here we have, for example, soil. We have soil, and soil. So apparently that's really the only type so far. As you can see, it doesn't pay a whole lot, although 120 liters is in theory not that much if you can load up an entire truck. So for the rest about the MD series, it's definitely a pretty impressive vehicle, not so quick obviously, but from the inside, when I'm in this interior camera, it really just feels like I'm driving a lifted truck or something like that. Obviously it feels a lot heavier, but it definitely feels a lot further away from a semi-truck than it does just a regular pickup truck. Also, this thing does not have an anti-brake lock system, which I found out really fast, and it looks like I'm not going to be able to deliver anything to the Turbo Burger. Alright, so delivery completed. Yeah, you might notice something different. To buy the thing, I actually had to sell the steering wheel on this car. The steering wheel had an airbag in it, so selling it was pretty profitable. I'll buy it back at some point. I have also removed all of the cargo delivery stuff, partially because I did also have to sell all that to be able to afford something, but oh well, who cares? I do notice that the power steering has also actually disappeared with that, so that's slightly unfortunate. Anyways, in this area, I want to see if it's going to be possible for me to start delivering some liquids, because that's the other thing that I really wanted to start doing in this episode. And I didn't think it was going to work, but here it is. I can literally just take one. So we can either take the T series or the MD series. I think the T series can hold more. However, the the MD series is new, so I'll accept that as a loaner, and let's see how this happens. So I'll continue with those, well, 1 items. And now, I assume, oh, look, there it is. It's going to be parked over there. So let's drive there with this car. I need to get this one out of the way anyways, because I need to drive to this spot over here to be able to deliver things. So, right in here. And then I'll just throw it into a parking spot, I guess. And look at that. Very nice. This thing is pretty cool. Okay. Now, I'm seeing this here that it pays 25 cents per liter for all of these. And so it would be it would pay a lot more to deliver to the city construction site because that's a lot closer. If it just pays the same no matter the distance. Anyways, oh wow, there's more here than I can take because we can only fit, I think that's 7,400 liters. Okay, so then if I click on accept, we're transporting 7,396 liters of water. So they're probably accounting for some losses or something for 1,800 bucks. That's pretty good for a 1 kilometer drive. Let's click on continue. And, oh, I need to actually pick it up. Okay. So I assume that this works similarly to Spearleaf, where you select what you want to take, and then you go to the loading dock type area to get the liquids loaded in. Look at that. To be realistic, I should probably reverse in, right? That would make sense. Although, of course, it obviously doesn't matter. Here we go. Nice. And pick up. It'll load it in. One thing I have noticed is that the game actually allows you to drive whilst you're loading things. You can just drive away when you're loading parcels and the loading thing is still on your screen. Okay, I can definitely feel that we are a lot heavier right now. And it says that I can just deliver it to 5 possible locations. So that includes probably just the 5 we saw there. I'm gonna see if that just allows me to deliver it all to the city construction site, or if I need to spread it between those 5 locations. So here is the city construction site, which was the closest possible destination. Let's see if we can dump all of our water here. Yeah, I can just drop off. Ah, okay, it is giving me a maximum. So here, they're going to accept the maximum of 4,800 liters. So I'll confirm that selection. I'll just drop off as much as possible. And, oh, it just unloads it right there. Alright, so that was around 900 bucks. So here we go. We need to drive into here and then enter this construction site. So that's pretty cool. And I guess I'm just going to be able to drop it off right here again. Drop off, and yep, we can just empty everything this time. Nice. Let's see if there's actually also the possibility to pick up things here. It doesn't look like it, so I guess I'll just head back. Whoa, I did not know this location existed. Let me know down in the comments below if this was a thing before the update already. I really hope I don't get stuck down here, and I also hope I can find a way out. That was insane. As you probably were able to guess, I was at Hot Rolled, and something cool over here is they do have fluids. I just wanted to check it out, see if it changed since the update, and they have Hazardous fluid, which you can only bring to the refinery, I believe it is, or the dock area over there. Anyways, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to load that stuff up. Yeah, as you can see, it is heavier than water, but it also pays a lot more. So let's go. I'm just gonna, I guess, fill up as much as I can. They have 6,900 liters for me. Accept, continue, and I'll go and see where I can fill this. So here I am, and apparently I can pick it up from this terminal right here. Pick up. Wow, they definitely changed this area up a bit. Well, really, they just moved that little checkpoint over there. Anyways, I assume that here we can just drop off everything. If we can't, that would have been odd, because there's literally nowhere else that I could have dropped it off. Anyways, we actually earned quite a lot from that, so that's nice. Now, I don't know if I saw that correctly, actually. Let me show this. 80,000 liters of fluid available. That is pretty insane. And there's a whole bunch of different types over here. So obviously there's water, but as you can see, you can deliver diesel as well as gasoline to some of the gas stations, which is a really cool mechanic. Really obvious that they could add that, but yeah, very nice. Now I'm going to be returning this vehicle right to here. I think I can just do that like this. Put it in here. Yep, I can click on it and return loaner. And apparently I lost reputation for damaging it a little bit. Oh well, what happens happens. Now I'm wondering, if I were to loan one of these cargo box ones, would I even be able to do anything with that? Because actually I can just loan it, right? There's nothing that's stopping me from doing that. Oh yeah, it by default just comes with some cargo boxes. Okay, I was just curious. Anyways, I think that kind of wraps it up for this episode. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Of course, next episode is going to be coming soon as well. Let me know what you'd like to see in that one, of course. I'm not sure why the game still thinks I'm doing liquid deliveries, but oh well. For right now, thank you ever so much for watching, and I do of course hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.